Hello, welcome to Kate's Egg. Today I'm going to share with you a harvest morning routine. Uncle Chris just brought the disc over because there was huge fire over there yesterday. We've got the semi trucks coming in now. This is my combine. Hi Jim, you're greasing my header right now, so thank you.
I'm greasing your header.
And you also did the swathing. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fun. I don't work in agriculture all the time, so I do it once a year. And it's fun to get back into it.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And here they're blowing out combines. So basically it's really important to blow out the combine filters and make sure they're all clean before you start every morning. What are you up to, Dad?
Starting the air compressor so we can blow the radiator today.
Yes.
Keep the combine cool and the air conditioner. This should be in the back and the front of the thing so it doesn't get all beat up.
This is where we parked the combines last night. This combine is my dad's new one that he just got. Well, it's used, but new to our Montana farm, and it has duals on it, so that's pretty cool. Could you explain where you grease the header?
Okay, there's 4 places on each side.
Okay.
Right here is one. Right up underneath there is one.
Yes.
Where there's bearings, basically, where everything turns so it don't get hot, you grease it. And there's one right here for the bottom roller, one right back here.
Yes.
So there's 4 on each side.
Thank you.
You bet.
Here's where the semi-truck's parked today, and that's where the grain cart will unload in. Here we have the disc. There's Dean. He's our semi-truck driver. And then we also have the combine ladder out. Hi! How's it going this morning?
Alive.
Well, that's good.
Better than the alternative.
Yes, exactly.
How's it going for you this morning?
It's going well, thank you.
A lot of white to be wearing out in this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, but it's okay.
I went home yesterday and my arms were just black.
Oh wow.
I was like, yeah, I can't wear white in this stuff.
Yes.
But it'd be amazing to see if you can make it through the day without getting any stains on there.
I did the other day with a white shirt.
I probably wasn't here. So if I'd have gave you crap then too. Are you enjoying harvest so far?
Yes, I am. Are you?
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Other than the minor health problems.
Oh yeah. So one day, Dean thought he had a heart attack, right? And you were having problems with your heart? Vein?
No, I had a vein above my heart that was out of rhythm with the others.
That's terrible. Well, we're glad to see that you're feeling better.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Yes, definitely. And it's your first harvest.
Yes, out here anyway.
Yes. Do you enjoy driving semi-truck?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's great. Thank you.
Yep.
This is where the grain cart is parked, right next to my dad's combine. I'll give you a walk around tour of that as well. We've been starting harvest in the field at around 9 a.m. and out here greasing combines and everything at about 8. Just depends. Like today we were going to start around 8, but it's going to be around probably 8:40, depending on when the combines are ready. Oh, that's the one for the air conditioner?
Yeah. We'll clean yours too.
Ooh, thank you. Always a cloud of dust when you're blowing out the radiators and different filters. There's a really massive field fire over here the other day, and it was only 2 miles away from this field we were combining in. It was absolutely the scariest thing. I could see flames from my combine window, and they got most of it out. It started on the other side of a coulee, burned down into the coulee, and then into a lot of people's summer fallow fields. They got most of it out last night and yesterday, but it's still kind of burning in the coulee, so it's pretty scary, and that's why we have the discs super handy, and it's really important. There was around 6 discs out there and 6 water trucks, and also a spray plane trying to put it out in the coulee where the discs couldn't get to. About the first hour in the mornings are always preparing combines. This is a step we cannot go without because these machines are very important and run all day long. So we maintenance them every single day. When you don't maintenance your combines and blow out the radiators every day and grease, you have a lot of things go wrong, which we definitely don't want. This is the field we're harvesting right now. So we parked in the summer fallow. And the reason we do that, rather than just parking them in the field, is because if lightning strikes at night, they won't burn up, whereas they will strike the combine in the field we just harvested and that had crops growing this year. Could you explain to me what you're doing with your cart right now?
Just doing the morning maintenance before we get going. We have grease points that need to be greased every day. Obviously air filters that need to be cleaned out.
Yes.
Just daily routine, daily maintenance. If you don't do, the equipment will break down and then you're in trouble.
Yes, and that would be very
or
bad.
Start on fire and start the wheels on fire.
Problem too, yeah.
That's never good either. And especially since we just had that huge fire.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yep.
Somebody else didn't maintain their equipment and that's what happened.
Oh, and we also fill everything up with fuel every morning.
I might be a big guy, but I can hit pretty good.
Big is beautiful, Dean. Big is beautiful.
Hi, Kate. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Hot though.
Yes, it is.
Already hot out.
Oh, I know.
We need a
Okay, that was it.
Okay, there must be one on that.
We got those. We got
The
that.
pin?
Yeah.
It's got grease on it.
Yeah, yeah. We can reach that one. There's just this one we couldn't reach.
I'm gonna let you blow my radiator for your good behavior.
Well, that's an honor. That's just an honor. I don't even know what to say.
You didn't prepare a speech.
Yeah.
But I did the filters and I closed them up, so the filters are good. You have to get up on top and blow, in there.
Okay.
There isn't much. It's really clean today, so.
Good morning.
This didn't run very long yesterday, did it?
No,
Feel good about it, but it's good morning.
I can't
I'm looking for a 17 John Deere wrench. I don't know where it went. I think it's in the shop or somewhere. But I don't want to lose my 17.
What do you think of this harvest so far, Darcy?
Well, it's just like any other one.
Yes.
I don't think anything different on it. We got the usual breakdowns and everything else. I did it when I was a kid.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I was away from it for 30 years and come back to it again.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so I've been through my share.
Yes.
The old ones was just single axle trucks and combines with no cabs.
Wow. Yes, there are a lot of bugs this morning.
Yeah, there.
Well, thank you, Darcy.
Yeah.
So there's several grease points on these tractors. They're hard to find and hard to spot, but down in here, and here, there's a lot of moving parts on these tractors that require grease or
Yes.
overheat, start a fire, go out. It's called a PTO. Is a very important part of my tractor, and there's two grease points right here.
It runs your grain auger.
Runs the grain auger, yes. So we have to keep that grease daily, or we're in big trouble.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, so it's just a process.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yep.
So now are you filling it up?
Slowly but surely.
How long does it usually take?
Depends on how empty it is.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
It's a 340-gallon tank, so it could take a while if it's pretty empty.
Yes. Wow.
I try to top it off every day so it doesn't take a while, but yeah, 340 gallon
Is a lot.
could take a minute.
340 in 4 days.
Yeah.
I would burn it with speed in 2 days.
I've been skipping every other day. I fuel it up because as you can see, I still have plenty, but I just don't want to take any chances.
Here shows the level of fuel you have.
You're doing a remarkable job.
I know.
Yes, a very remarkable job.
Very hard work to stand.
I think you missed your calling.
Huh?
I think you missed your calling. You could have been a gas station
I'm here.
attendant. You could have been the gas station
Go
attendant.
down to Mercury, change tires with that.
No thanks.
Hey, you don't want to be out in these fields all day anymore?
I don't want to be cooped up in a building.
Oh, right. It's hard work, but you get to see and do a lot of really cool and beautiful things out here in
Yeah.
God's country.
There's nothing hard about this. There's nothing hard.
Well, I think it hard.
Everything is easy.
Not for me. Well, maybe for a man with your skills, but for
There's nothing hard out here.
It's not hard, it's just a learning curve.
Darcy, I was infantry.
Yes, there is a learning curve.
I was infantry, so
That's hard.
yeah, I might be a little short on the brains department.
All this here it's pretty much easy.
Yes.
There's nothing strenuous where
No, it's just long days. Yeah.
Harvest is the only long days we have.
Well, I got pretty soft in South Dakota. I was setting tile in South Dakota, and there's nothing real long or hard about setting tile, so I got soft. I need this.
I want to really get back into shape and work for cattle ranchers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With Chris on this and show him some things, and then and then I'll come sit with you for a round, show you just a few things.
Yes, my dad's going to show me some extra cool stuff about this combine that my 9610 didn't have, like the screens and some of the technology in it and how to work it.
What is that smell? And I'm going,
It's not like this.
and it's like, not wanting to get out in the dirt, I keep running for another like 100 yards. I gotta stop. So I get out and it's running oil down on the ground that's smoky. I figured it was gonna ignite right away, and so then I dumped and took it out. The variable speed pulley on the feeder house or something.
Did you ever find out how to work that?
Well, I asked the guy, and this is what he told me. I asked him how to set the recording, how to, it's been so long since I've worked on them 7 series, 97 or 98 70s, and I'm going, this is my new combine. It's so old they can't even remember how to work on it. And they go, oh my God. I'm gonna go move my sticker.
We're about to start for the day. I'm going to pull into the field. My dad's going to show Uncle Chris how to run the combine that's new to the farm that my dad was kind of playing with yesterday. And then he's going to take around with me in my combine to help me figure out this monitor and kind of the technology and how it works and how I can use it for my benefit.
Hey, be careful not to drag that back, Kate, because that's a reverse. It'd be like putting your car in reverse while you're going forward. Okay, now wait, stop for a minute. Press button 1, see where it goes. Okay, we're gonna dial that up. Pick your.
What does button 1 do?
We're setting just hit it at the end of the thing. Okay, now let me check 2. Okay, we're gonna make 2 that set it on that ground thing. Okay, go. Okay, so when you get out of the swath, Kate, if you hit button 1, it'll pick your head up about yay high.
Oh, really?
And then you turn around, and as your head crosses over
I hit button 2.
Right. And
that
you can
is
adjust
awesome.
that with this knob for a little while after you press the button. Not long, like 5, 6 seconds.
Can I just also adjust it with this?
No, if you press button 1, you gotta adjust header height with this. And anytime you press button 2, it's gonna reset it to the place that you last left if you set it with this knob. And you gotta use that knob when you're running hydrofloat cutters, headers.
Yes.
That's how you actually adjust height. You see me doing it all the time.
Yeah, I did. Does right lift it up and left turns it down?
Right.
Puts it down. And 10 seconds after, and then you're saying you leave it at that position for usually the whole
I adjust
swap?
it. I press the button, I adjust the height I want, and I leave it alone.
Oh, if I want to readjust, I'll just press the button.
Right. Press the button and have to adjust with the knob. Can't adjust.
Oh, I thought pressing the button would put it down on the ground. I thought it was...
2 will. Press 2. Okay, now go. 2's the down on the ground button.
Oh, I heard that
You
up.
could change them if you wanted, Kate. But the first thing you're going to need to do when you get to the end, you're at kind of an angle now. So if your back end sets a little bit, it's going to pick your wheels off. You have to still drive the combine and think about what's going on. This thing's really complicated, Kate. The book's this big. So.
Really?
Yes. It's right here. Look at it.
Wow.
Yesterday, when I
Is
pulled
he
out,
trying to pass?
No, he's just running at what he thinks is capacity.
I'll let you take this next row.
So all you're gonna do when you get to the end of this is press button 1, right?
Right.
And you're gonna continue out to give him room to turn around and get in on this thing.
Will it go fast enough for this straw row in front?
We'll find out. You can slow down a little bit too. You're not a robot. Turn a little bit bigger. Button 1. Your combine. And I'm going, whoa.
Oops.
You want to experiment with this a little bit, so when you get in there, slow down a little bit and see how fast your head's dropping. Stay off him, okay? You don't want to be this close. If the wind's blowing, you're going to be sucking all this dust in. I want the combine in front of me so I can just keep cruising along and picking my nose and dreaming about when I win the lottery. Okay, get going. 50 to 100 yards is a good rule of thumb on big strips. Did you press the button?
Yeah.
Remember, if your back end's down, it's only going to set your head down to a certain point. So if you got anything going on, you're going to have to manually adjust it, let your combine come back up to the level. And any time that you're cruising along, if you press button 2, it's going to set it back to what you set it at.
Right.
And the reason you have to learn that is because if you ever run in the headers won't work unless you're using the buttons, the float.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's why I just kept ignoring it. They kept telling me, oh, you need to use the thing. button. That's what I understand. These are nice to run though, ain't they, Kate?
They're really nice.
Okay, what's that telling you?
I'm going a bit fast.
It's what it would tell me. I don't know what it's telling you. You know, compared to your 9610, that other thing's pretty a dreamy machine.
Yes.
These heads are dreamy.
Oh, they are. They are. They really are.
Because this is just huge amounts of straw. The best part about these are not these straw walkers either. Straw walkers got a lot going on all the time, you know. They need to be greased. This thing just grinds it up through the tube, spits it out the back.
Were those the two buttons you wanted to show me how to do?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch more to show you because I've learned a little bit in the last year. Before that, I didn't know much. I just started the combine up and drove it just like I did the 9610 because that's what I get.
Yes.
I have to go to the book and specifically learn every specific individual thing that I want to do to this, you know, and we barely get these in the field, and it's time. This is unbelievably huge amounts of straw. I mean, your little combine, you'd add, you know, even there's no weed in this, you just couldn't run all this material through.
That's the craziest thing about this is watching all this wheat go through easily.
You have no idea how much wheat this is. Install one of these out with the thing, and you have to back dig the header out. I mean, there's just a pile of wheat taller than I am. It's just taking in so much. It's like everything, as machines get bigger, so do the mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So to get this kind of stuff, you don't want these kind of things. And if you did it to the old one, it'd be a problem. If you did to this, it's going to be more
A
of a
catastrophe.
disaster. Yeah.
Did the fire get put out?
I don't know that, Kate. You're just starting to get this now, Kate. You can feel the rotor just stumble there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. People don't get that. They just drive, you know.
No, you have to feel and listen to it too.
Yeah, because it's a fluid thing, you know. The weed's getting thicker, it's not thicker, it's whatever. But every year they'd show me how to set the buttons, and every year I'd forget because I never used them. But now I actually know how to do it, so, you know, and it is kind of easy. End the row, hit button one.
I can't believe how in-depth the calibration process is.
Oh, just to calibrate the header up and down and push this secret button and turn it onto that screen. A tenth of a mile an hour just kills me. Yeah. What was that?
Grain take full.
Okay. And what I noticed on mine is when I went to drop the head, it drops it, you know.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Just whang. So, you know, this easy now. You might not have enough ice to clear this. So press button 1 and dial it 1 click up.
This
No. Get over here. Don't drive. Easy. Don't burn into these, Kate. You can cruise in, but then, you know, if you got a massive amount, bring it back. Because what happens is, he's got huge amounts of power. When they're running this, they open up this thing to run to equal the need for fuel down. And so when you're going in empty, it shuts the fuel down because it doesn't need as much. And when you hit it, it's trying to readjust, open it, and giving it more fuel to maintain the power. So you want to rein in a little bit slower, smoother, unless it's super massive. The smoother you can make this purr up to a point, the better.
exactly.
And to me, I think we're running at capacity because I can hear the rotor stall off and on. Bring your auger out, give him something to shoot for.
So
Are you gonna dump?
yeah, I was, but he kept going back and forth really weird, so I turned it off. My auger almost went out the end. I'm not gonna leave it on.
Look forward and glance at us. Make sure you're going straight. Check the position on the wheel. Look at us and then maintain your straight forward. I like that you are looking at us, but it's giving me a complex you're looking at us so much. What is
Yes,
that?
it's constantly beeping. Moisture sensor.
Oh,
Two,
yeah, yeah.
moisture sensor and
Lighting
light
problem.
sensor, yeah. All the time too, it beeps.
Yeah, I know. but the not processing grain with recording would go off 5 times down here alone, and then it would probably have something else. But you see, I had that book out, and I'm trying to read the book. You know, it's more complicated than the Bible written in Latin, and drive the combine too. Like I told the mechanic guy the other day, it says when I'm looking for a little light reading, I go get the Bible. And when I'm looking for heavy, hard, industrial reading, I go get the combine book. Because it's like this thick. The Bible's only like that thick.
That's so true. I just got stung by a bee at lunch. It was absolutely horrible. We're roading the combines right now, and I'm going by my grandpa's pretty soon here with the elevator over there. That's really awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more awesome videos to learn about how your food gets to your table, and follow Kate Saig on Instagram, KATES_AG, and on Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, and you can go to the Kate Saig website, KATESAG.com, and purchase a Kate Saig tote bag. Thank you so